Good afternoon. This is cause number 2020-32711 in the interest of Ada Garcia Rivas. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Brenda Rivas, and I'm the mother.
All right, and representing the mother.
My name is Elida Aguilar. I represent Brenda Rivas.
All right, and representing the state.
Peter Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is George Benjamin Castro Garcia. Mr. Garcia was personally served on November 30th, 2020 at 7:40 p.m. at 10067 Sharpton Drive in Houston, Harris County, Texas. And he's not filed an answer, Ms. Sharma, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Not made any appearances, correct?
He did, Judge. He made an appearance on April 28th.
Okay.
He signed a temporary order, and again on July 28th when he signed a reset form requesting time to hire counsel.
All right, we'll proceed by default.
Thank you. The state would like to call Miss Brenda Rivas.
Okay.
Oh, and sorry, Judge, before I call her, would you please take judicial notice of the prior temporary order that was signed on April 28th, 2021?
Okay.
And Ms. Rivas, in reference to that prior temporary order, did you sign that agreeing to set child support at $283 a month?
Yes.
And did you sign this knowing that you and the other parent were deviating from the guideline child support amount?
Yes.
Since you signed this order, has Mr. Castro Garcia submitted any payments to you?
No, he has not.
Have you received any payments from the state disbursement unit through the child support office?
No.
And how is the child covered under health insurance?
She's covered under Medicaid.
Okay. And are you asking the court to to order retro child support for the periods of April 5th of 2020 to April 27th of 2021?
Yes.
And would that amount of retro child support be $3,396?
Yes.
And has between now and, during that retro period, has Mr. Castro provided any support for the child?
No.
Are you asking the court order him to pay $65 a month toward that retro balance?
Yes.
And since this order has been signed and you have not received any payments from Mr. Castro Garcia, are you asking the court to confirm a judgment on arrears in the amount of $200.75 in back medical support?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order that? Okay, I already asked that. Never mind. Sorry about that. And for the back medical support to be paid out at $10 a month?
Yes.
And do you have a custom child support visitation that you would like the court to follow?
Yes.
Okay, and what were those dates and times?
It was the 1st and 3rd and 5th, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, just Saturday. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, and for what reason are you asking the court to deviate from the standard visitation?
Until she's 3 years old.
Okay, and are you asking the court to set current child support at $283 a month beginning October 1?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to set medical support at $50 a month beginning October 1?
Yes.
All right, let's go back to the possession. The order says that period, that type of possession shall continue until April 5th, 2023. Is that correct? Thereafter, standard possession order?
Yes.
All right,
Yes, Judge.
go ahead.
And Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness. I pass the witness.
Ms. Aguilar?
Hello, Judge, how are you?
I'm fine.
Hit the clerk, please. Ma'am, is this child 17 months right now?
Yes.
Okay, and has the father exercised his regular possession since April of 2021?
Yes.
Okay, and are you asking that the court order that the custom possession order continue until this child turns 3 years old?
Yes.
Okay, and we put in the order that that would be April 5th of 2023, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you further requesting that that he pick up and deliver the child?
Yes.
And have you had difficulty with him delivering the child back to you?
Yes, he's asked me to pick her up multiple times.
And have you done that?
Yes, I have.
Okay, but you're wanting the court to order that he pick up the child at his regularly scheduled time and deliver this child, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you believe that's in your child's best interest?
Yes.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Sharma, anything further?
Yes, Ms. Rivas, are you asking the court to bill court costs to Mr. Castro Garcia?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Nothing further.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, this is call number 2020-76888 in the interest of Leila and Julian Cruz. All parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Sheila Montfort Rios, and I'm their mother.
All right, and for the state?
Angela Jeffries, Your Honor, for the Office of the Attorney General.
Court will note that non-custodial parent is Jose Juan Cruz Jr. Mr. Cruz was served by Rule 106 on June 24th, 2021 at 4:22 p.m. at his usual place of residence, 1522 Wentwood Drive in Pasadena, Harris County, Texas. He has not filed an answer or appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Jeffries?
That's correct, Your Honor. He has not filed an answer or appeal.
Okay, and he has further given notice of this Zoom hearing by certified mail return receipt requested that was delivered at 12:25 p.m. on September 4th, 2021 in Pasadena, Texas. And he has not checked in today. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you. The state calls Sheila Rios. Ms. Rios, you're the mother of Layla and Julian. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And how old are your two children, ma'am?
Layla is 3 and Julian is 1.
Okay. And who do you allege is the father of your two children, ma'am?
Jose Cruz Jr.
Okay. Have you ever been married to anyone?
Yes,
All right. And what is your husband's name, ma'am?
Jose Cruz Jr.
Okay, and when did you and Mr. Cruz get married, ma'am?
February 24th of 2016.
Okay, so both of your children were born of that marriage. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and there is no one else who could be the biological father of these two children?
No.
Okay, so in line with your testimony, are you asking that the court find that Mr. Jose Juan Cruz Jr. is the father of your two children?
Yes.
All right, now, when's the last time you spoke to Mr. Cruz?
It's been about 6 months or so or more.
Okay. Now, as far as if something happened with the children at school, who would handle that if something happened at school?
I would.
If something happened regarding a medical issue, who would handle that?
I would.
All right. And the day-to-day decision making, who usually handles that?
I do.
Okay. But despite you handling the day-to-day decisions, do you think that you could still try and co-parent with Mr. Cruz if you would be interested in co-parenting?
Yes, I would.
Okay. And so you're okay with the court appointing you as joint manager conservators today?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. Now, as far as where you reside, what county do you reside in, ma'am?
I live in Harris County.
And to your knowledge, where does Mr. Cruz live right now?
Houston, Texas.
Okay. And you understand that based on that fact, you'll be geographically restricted to reside in Harris and contiguous counties going forward?
Yes.
All right. And your two children, do they reside in your household or someone else's household?
My household.
Okay. And you want to be the parent with the exclusive right to determine where the children will reside in the future. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Now, you mentioned that you hadn't spoke to Mr. Cruz in 6 months. When's the last time, to your knowledge, he saw his two children?
My daughter, he sees her whenever his grandma takes her to him. I believe the last time he saw her might have been like about a month, and my son has no contact with him.
Okay. And would you be okay with the court ordering overnight visitation every first, third, and fifth weekend right now?
No.
Okay. And what is your apprehension or your desire to not have any standard visitation in this case?
Because he had a drug overdose. So
Okay.
I wanted to request for a supervised visitation.
Okay. And when you say the drug overdose, did you witness the drug overdose?
Yes. I went to pick up him and his girlfriend, and later on he started foaming at the mouth, so we had to call 911 and call an ambulance.
Okay. And so what year did that happen that you witnessed him on a drug overdose?
2020.
Okay. And so based on that, you think that it would be in the best interest of your children that supervised visits only occur right now?
Yes, that would be the best interest.
Okay. And who are you okay with supervising those visits at this time, ma'am?
His grandma.
Okay. And what is her address, ma'am?
1522 Wentwood Drive, Pasadena, Texas, 77504.
Okay. And outside of the supervised visits, you do not want the court to make any further orders for visitation or possession and access at this time. Is that correct, ma'am?
That's correct.
All right. Now, to your knowledge, does Mr. Cruz currently have a job?
No.
All right. And do you know if Mr. Cruz has any private health or dental insurance available for these two children?
No, he doesn't.
Do you have any private health or dental insurance available for these two children?
No, I don't. They receive Medicaid.
Okay. And do you know if Mr. Cruz has any other children under 18?
Yes, he does. He has 3.
Okay. Does he pay child support for either of those 3 children, or do they reside in the same household with him?
No, he doesn't pay child support, and they don't live together.
Okay. And are you asking the court to order Mr. Cruz to pay a cash medical today in the amount of $75 beginning October 1st of 2021?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And do you understand that based off the minimum wage presumption, your new child support amount will be $266 beginning October 1st of 2021?
Yes.
Now, as far as retroactive or back child support, when did you and Mr. Cruz cease living together as husband and wife?
April 15th or 16th of 2019.
Okay. And you are seeking retroactive or back child support in this case. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, and since April 15th of 2019, has Mr. Cruz given you any money for the support of these two children?
He's only giving me about $20, $30.
Okay, and so you're gonna ask the court today to enter a retroactive judgment against Mr. Cruz today, is that correct?
Yes,
And that he be ordered to pay that amount back monthly?
yes.
All right, and if court costs are billed in this case, who do you believe should pay them, you or Mr. Cruz?
Mr. Cruz.
All right, and do you believe this order is in the best interest of your two children?
Yes, I do.
And are you asking the court to approve this default order?
Yes,
And you signed this default order today, is that correct?
yes, that's correct.
I have nothing further for this. Ask the witness.
All right, call your next witness.
Thank you. The state calls Natasha Bidu. Ms. Bidu, where are you employed at?
The Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division,
Okay, and what is your position there, ma'am?
Child Support Officer.
Okay, and what is the nature of your responsibilities and duties as a child support officer?
One of my responsibilities is to investigate non-custodial parent wage information and calculate child support, retroactive child support pursuant to the Texas Family Code guidelines.
Okay, and have you calculated retroactive support for Mr. Jose Juan Cruz Jr. in this case?
Yes,
Right, and what did you calculate the retroactive amount to be due from April 15th of 2019 until today, ma'am?
the total retroactive judgment is $9,525. Given the $30 credit of direct support, it's totaled $9,495.
Okay, and what is the recommended payout on that $9,495?
$97 per month beginning October 1st, 2021.
I have nothing further for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
Mr. Rios, do you have any questions for Ms. Bidu?
No, I don't.
All right, then the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Thank you. What, may we be excused, John?
Yes.
Ms. Rios, you can go ahead and hang up.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Liz, you may go ahead.
This is cause number 2021-13791 in the interest of Addison Phoenix Rivers. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Paris Rivers, and I am the mother of Addison Rivers.
All right, and for the state,
Your Honor, Jarquita Williams for the state.
court will note that the non-custodial parent is Terrell Marquez Caffey, and Mr. Caffey was personally served at 5:06 p.m. on July 1st, 2021 at 19950 Hubner, is it Hubner Road, number 1507 in Bear County, Texas. And he has not filed an answer, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, we'll proceed by default.
Your Honor, the state would like to call Ms. Rivers as its first witness.
All right.
Ms. Rivers, what is your relationship to the child?
I am her mother.
Okay, and who is the father?
The father is Terrell Caffey.
Okay, and are you currently married?
No, ma'am.
Were you married at the time when you and Mr. Caffey's daughter was conceived?
No, ma'am.
And so how do you know that Mr. Caffey is the father of your child?
I was only sexually active with him.
And is there any possibility that anyone else other than Mr. Caffey could be the father?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and so are you asking this court to establish the parent-child relationship between you all's daughter and Mr. Caffey?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, So do you and Mr. Kathy work well together with making decisions about your daughter?
No, ma'am.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions about you all's daughter?
Myself.
And who takes your daughter to dental and doctor's appointments?
I do.
And in your experience, does Mr. Kathy give first priority to the welfare of you all's daughter when making parenting decisions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and so are you asking this court to designate you as the sole managing conservatorship with the opportunity to be able to move with your daughter freely throughout the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so when is the last time Mr. Kathy has seen you all's daughter?
Of last year, the end of last year, I believe.
And prior to then, do he visit with her regularly, or did he visit with her regularly?
No, ma'am.
And how old is you all's daughter?
Addison is 4. She'll be 5 in November.
Okay, and so are you asking this court to order the modified possession and access schedule?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so how is Addison covered for health insurance?
She's on Medicaid, the Texas Children's Star Chip.
Okay, and so are you aware that child support has been calculated using the minimum wage presumption today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so beginning on October 1st of 2021, are you aware that it has been calculated at $176?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also cash medical support has been calculated at $38?
Yes, ma'am.
And Ms. Rivers, are you asking for retroactive child support today?
Yes, ma'am.
And so are you aware that we can only go back 4 years from the date of filing with calculating that retroactive child support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're aware that we're calculating child support from the 10th day of March 2017 up until the present day of September 21st, 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you aware that child support for those years were also calculated using the minimum wage presumption?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you aware that child support was calculated at $10,010 for that time period?
Yes, ma'am.
And has Mr. Kathy provided you with any support to support you all's daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and how much has he provided you with, or the amount of those belongings that he's provided you with?
I have the affidavit for $1,881.25.
Okay, and so Ms. Rivers, are you aware that after we deduct the $1,881.25 from the calculated retroactive child support of $10,010, that leaves a balance of $8,128.75?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you aware that we will ask Mr. Kathy to begin paying $91 beginning October 1st, 2021 towards that retroactive child support amount?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order Mr. Kathy to be responsible for 50% of any uncovered healthcare expenses for Addison?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you have any safety concerns with your address being disclosed in this order?
No, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order Mr. Kathy to pay all the court costs?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to grant this default judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe it to, and are you asking the court to do this because you believe it to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.